is happening right now. Into Overpass we go, which we finally get to see some of. We haven't seen too much of it lately, but you know, at least in this competition we have, which I'm very excited about. And last time we saw these two teams go head-to-head, TYLOO definitely took the cake.
So here's the thing, right? ViCi Gaming on Overpass, they used to just go towards B pretty much the entire game.
I have good news for you.
What?
They're going towards B.
Yeah, I know, but it's a quick heaven smoke as well. But TYLOO had become so good at shutting them down, and already they're in a pretty decent setup. You see them spotting out this B hit, the flank's coming in straight through Con, and that's going to be a first pick for TYLOO.
Okay, solid start, slowly, hunting heads, and he'll attack perfectly just as attacker because Kaze is trying to play around there. Overwatch Generator, it's down to Orman who has to get the reload off, but it's everyone reloading at once, and Dan King will come in with the final kill. There you have it. Defuse will come through, and TYLOO take the CT pistol on Overpass.
You were not wrong, Pilsky. They have indeed prepared for that one, seen that many times, and they knew exactly the counter. The flank was there immediately. They knew it was coming. Here's a question I have to float for you.
Okay.
Dan King is the P2000 Rebel. What are your thoughts?
Good on him.
Just not good.
Just not good? USP way better?
Yeah, they're comparable. You get an extra bullet, but, you know.
You lose a little bit of accuracy, right?
I guess so. And also, you know, you make sound.
Honestly, feel like there's some cooler skins on the P2K anyway, so he's got that going.
Yeah, but then you can have the cool factor of the silencer, Mac.
You know, remove that anyway. Just go full, I don't know, Kev or whoever does that still.
No, man, unsilencing the M4A1's the way to go.
Force buy out from ViCi, though. Bunch of Galils, your favorite, Mac. You love the Galils. You love Orman on a Galil. You used to tell me about it. Remember that?
Yeah, it's Zoking who you need to be worried about. This man on the Galil's pretty damn sharp as well. And Kev's not here to tell me any otherwise. Anyway.
What do you mean? Yes, I am.
You're not Kev. Okay, maybe you are, but playing silly buggers, as is Summer, who'll back away. Wallbang damage not too good there with the Galil, so Zoking just tries to close the distance as he's firing blind through the smoke. Will connect one bullet.
I love this from ViCi Gaming, right? Because ViCi Gaming on Overpass to me means we go B 90% of the time, and here we see them buy up. They're going for map control. You know, they were spread out. They were still holding towards that B extremity. They start to go and take this bathroom's control, push TYLOO back towards the backside of that A site. So now aggression from Summer. He wants to try to find out what's happening. The flash on towards Divider.
It's good, but still no contact as Summer goes in late, and he is not going to find anything with his head taken off, and Dan King tries to hold from default as well. Over in the cutout, you have somebody who gets a couple running into him, looking the wrong direction. Dan King with one, and somebody with a double. Another headshot found, and that could just be the round. Orman with the scout in hand needs to fight back, but alrighty. Nice little peek to bring it to the 1-on-3. Hit the 1D, gets a second, third, fourth, fifth opportunity, and none of them are going to come through. There it is. TYLOO do find themselves a second.
A little bit chaotic there. It looked like ViCi were in a decent spot, but the player hiding next to Long did go unspotted for long enough. Somebody cleaning him up with that FAMAS in hand before going down. That was the 10% of the time, Pilsky, that ViCi did not go B, and it looked like it was going okay.
I almost wish that I'd watched that Perfect World game of Overpass to do some better preparation for this series, to see how they played Overpass in that series. Because Overpass was kind of a map where it was getting second phase banned by ViCi Gaming because they'd lost so many times on a row in it. When you go back to the original ViCi Gaming lineup, which is very similar to this lineup. In fact, I think it's only Jam Young in for Freeman. But this is the map that they upset a couple of EU teams on in Katowice. That was a long time ago now, but this used to be a comfort zone for ViCi Gaming. So we'll see how they do go on this T side. I'm keen to see if this is like a new and improved style for them, where instead of just hammering the B bomb site, they're a little bit more diverse. They go for a bit more map control, because the problem for them is that they were still doing that B style up against TYLOO, but you had Attacker locking down that B side of the map with somebody, I think it was, and it was like a brick wall, man. Like, you could not run into B. You were just getting multi-fragged every time.
Side note, winning 60% of your career 1v1s is pretty damn impressive.
It really is. And look, ladies and gents, we'll be back very shortly. Let me just have a little technical issue, as you do, over here in the Chinese region. But look, it's fine. It's fine, because, you know, we'll be back into the game and underway very shortly.
The VPNs.
Continue.
It's probably the VPNs. Thanks, Matt. Look, Tim, you know, 60% of your career 1v1s is good, but if you're only in a little pond, is that so good? When you're like the best team,
Why do you
one of the
have
better
1v1s
players
in a
in the
pond?
region. What's that?
Why do you have 1v1s in a pond?
Well, he's like a big fish in a little pond.
Do you like need the prime space in the pond for yourself? Or?
Yeah, dude.
Isn't the map D_lake?
You only
not
use
pond?
you only use your up.
Pond, the budget version of lake.
Yeah.
That's what the bomb defusal version is called instead of hostage. DE pond.
That's like
Why is
the
that
AIM
so
map
funny
one,
to
right?
you?
It's AM_pond. You don't have that? I've got that one. Anyway, bit of a change up in pace. TYLOO double peeking Monster early, getting a little bit of control, but the P250 takes the head straight off somebody, and off the back of that, we see the acceleration. ViCi straight onto the B side, but slowly he's going to stand in with an MP9 and try to stop them. Isolates all the flight, pulls out the secondary, and he will eventually fall, but it's back to the 2-on-2. Make it a 2-on-1. Zoking, 7 HP and a dream, but no head to dream with. TYLOO send themselves to a third nice and quickly after a very fast round.
Can't dream without your head.
It's true. I can't argue with that statement. It's factually correct.
Yeah.
I think we've really learned
Can't do
something
too much
important
when,
here today.
when your head's been taken off.
No.
This is just facts, man. You gonna question me, Mitch? Right here? I'm right here. All right. Look, we're not. Oh, I've had enough.
we're gonna get
thick
into it in a
Mac's
minute, mate.
accent gets when he's angry.
Have a scuffle in a minute. Either way, you got the flash off the line. Summer posturing aggressively with an MP9. That's ballsy from the man. You could have had a bunch of angry T riflers on the other side of that wall, Mac, for sure. But he still was being aggressive.
Don't try and suck up to me, Mitchell.
All right,
I'm
so
angry at you.
these two have some issues to work out. So I'm going to talk about Counter-Strike for a little bit because they're we're having a little bit of marriage counselling here. We'll get the producers in to look after these guys. Anyway, it's ViCi Gaming taking themselves some underpass control. They've got the bomb down back towards T-spawn, so not really committing anywhere just yet. Playing it slow. Still have a bunch of utility in hand as well. They're clearing a lot of this without using util, just checking the angles as a group. So we'll see exactly where they want to go with this. Given that they've got connector control here, they can go pretty much anywhere on the map, and TYLOO are happy to let them, playing inside their bomb sites.
Yeah, this is what I was talking about. Like, they've very much diversified getting that map control. They've got underpass so they can rotate between the sites. Now they're starting to go for divider and toilet, but it's very late into the round, and this is where you see TYLOO. They get aggressive. They start to go out towards short water, but they're starting to be surrounded in from connector. Surely the door pops
timing.
open any second now, but slowly he's ready for it.
How Attacker survives there is crazy. Well, he won't because he goes back to try to trade out slowly. He had his knife in hand, but didn't get caught off this time as Jam Young encapsulates the B site. Nice smoke on the middle. Bomb going to be planted quite open there as well as Dan King just waits and holds that left side of the pillar.
That was through the bomb site box, wasn't it?
I'm pretty sure it was.
I think someone's going to push him with the MP9
Jeez.
and find himself two in very close range. That's where you want to be with the SMG.
Where did that go? Where did that round go?
I don't know.
Where'd ViCi go?
It was a 4-on-3, and then a bunch of kills go the way of TYLOO. And all of a sudden, no more ViCi. And I think similar to that first Force Spy versus Gun round that we saw earlier, it's a good start to the round for ViCi Gaming. They get the man advantage. They catch some of these TYLOO players being a little bit aggressive. Last time it was in bathrooms and up towards divider. This time over towards that short B area. But unfortunately, when it comes down to the post plant and the mid to late round, these TYLOO players are just running into multi-fragging.
And it holds up to your theory. Holds up to your theory from before the game of who's going to frag on TYLOO. Yes. Because it was nearly a team ace there. If Attacker had got one, that would have been a team ace. And I mean, look at it. They've got 3 players right around 100 ADR. Slowly's above it. Lowest is 81. They're all doing pretty well for themselves. They're all fragging.
And over on the other side of the equation, ViCi Gaming is a team that is notorious for having one player who regularly underperforms, but also it's usually, it depends on the day, but there's usually somebody who has a bit of a shocker every now and again, and that's just not something you see from TYLOO.
Yeah, consistency is the name of the game so far for TYLOO, as they're 4-0 on their CT side here. Heading into another gun round for ViCi. They're limited to a Galil on Advent, but everyone else is rocking out with AKs. They've got full utility to back it up as well. Danking onto the AWP for TYLOO too, so we'll see where he chooses to take that one. Looks like he's in underpass at the minute. Is he? No, the map overview is being rude to me. He's throwing a flashbang for someone up at playground. There you go. Here's what he's doing. He's flashing for Summer.
Ready for the flash. And Summer goes and takes some info. over towards that A side of the map is getting aggressive up in party. Again, it's a very slow, structured approach from ViCi Gaming. They're clearing out these angles, taking that underpass area. I think they need to speed things up in this portion of the round a little bit more when they're not being contested by TYLOO, because they're really taking far too long sometimes to get that map control towards Bathroom, and that's not going to be a good way to kick things off. They're already losing picks right and left. As soon as they start to progress towards Bathroom, towards short B, they're just getting picked off, and now into a 3-on-5. It doesn't get any easier. Danking is just running around the map, AWPing everybody.
Man does not care. Kaze and Orman to try and find something here. They do at least have the bomb, but Summer is already behind them. He didn't choose to go down underpass, but he will be able to come through and clear out the entire approach to B, which is going to narrow down where those Ts can possibly be alarmingly quickly. Running out of options, and Orman's already been tagged up as well. I assume that was a wallbang from Danking. And with 27 seconds left, ViCi, they'll be looking to save.
Yeah, they're just getting picked apart at this point. Problem is, they've already got Summer in their spawn, like under the ladder. He's
On the
spotted
bomb.
the bomb.
He's like, yeah, boys, I don't think they're coming. I think we're chilling. Will he catch this out, though? No.
Kaze switched on, man.
Very aware of the possibility, so at least the consolation frag is there, but the round will be going the way of TYLOO as time expires. 5-0 for them so far.
This is your map pick, you know, ViCi Gaming. They're looking kind of put off kilter at this point.
Yeah.
They've run their default earlier. They were finding some success. But then you look at that round and they're just getting, look, sure, this is unlucky. It's unlucky to lose a pick like that. But you need to have a plan in motion for when you lose that first pick like that. When you get into a 4-on-5, you know, usually the protocol is group up and hit the small site.
Yeah.
On Overpass, it's not really that simple a lot of the time. Like, yes, you can group up and try and hit that B bomb site, but it's a little bit less straightforward than a map like Inferno, where your side of the map belongs to you. On Overpass, it's not really like that. It's more like a push and pull kind of thing. The CTs can go and take territory, and you can't be guaranteed that you're just going to be allowed to just group up and hit a small site. So you need to have a plan in place. When you lose that first pick, we need to go take this map control and then go into this site.
And in my mind, that's principally because underpass exists on this map.
Nah.
So it's an area that connects everything together that both teams can take.
I think there's a lot of different areas, man. Like, you can push Fountain and Party, you can push Unders, you can push Short B. There's so many areas you can aggress as a CT. You can push Long A.
Oh, I wasn't just talking from a CT perspective. I'm talking both teams. Like, it's an area that connects both bomb sites together with incredibly fast rotates that both teams can reasonably contest.
I'm going to ask you guys a very important question. What do you think has happened in the server?
I'm going to go VP Energy.
Yes, bing, 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 bing. We have a winner.
Also would have been my
Pilski,
guess.
take a pick from one of these pieces of paper.
I'll have the last one.
Oh, it's the best one. He's chosen correctly.
that's
Ladies
okay.
and gents at home, it's
You
a
can have
beautiful
it.
piece of paper.
You can keep it.
No, it's yours. You won the prize.
It's the run of
I've got to
Showmac. You
give
might
you
want it.
something.
Sure, you don't want
I can
that
just
for
call you
closing the
champ
show.
all day if you want.
I just chose the last piece of paper because I know that's the one that you got to use to close the show and read what you meant to do at the end of the day.
So we'll get to the end and Mac will be like,
And Mac, you know,
thanks.
knowing Mac, he'll forget that he's given it to me, and he'll be flipping through the runner show like, oh,
The
what
show
I gotta
never
do to
ends,
close-
boys. We're here all night.
There'll be no Counter-Strike, but we'll be here because we cannot close the show.
That's all right. Look, at this rate, we will be here all night if this keeps happening, but it's all right because it's good company. Other than Mitchell, but it's good company with you here, Tim.
Yeah, Mac, it's good to be here, man.
Yeah, thanks for coming, Kevin.
Cheers, Kev.
No worries, fellas.
Kev, you've changed, man. You've changed.
Yeah, I know. I'm not as cool as I used to be.
Oh, well, at least you
I
tried.
definitely could have flipped that and just burned Kev, but instead I ruined myself, so you know.
Kev burns himself. He doesn't need any help.
It's true. It's true.
Well, okay, this
Ooh.
is not good.
What's not good?
They're down 5-0.
Yes.
They are
The
losing, correct.
CTs have a very good economy.
Uh-huh.
They have just saved, which kind of forces them to force
Ooh.
And do something around it.
and do 8k armor with light util buy, 2 lads on the galils.
Yep.
They're already getting picked apart as it is, so no wealth of flashbangs to get danking off the angle or stop people from peeking them. This is not going to be an easy round for ViCi Gaming. And the problem is, once the CT team gets a strong economy on Overpass, it's very hard to get into the B bomb site at the start of the round. It's quite hard to move around the map as freely because the AWP's roaming.
And if you don't move around the map as freely, then you're giving TYLOO or the CT team the opportunity to just sit on their utility and save it for late round. And both bomb sites can be shut down pretty effectively, almost completely, if you have util in late round. You can just block everything with smokes and molotovs.
But
so
particularly B.
Particularly B, of course, yes.
Little
Because it's
bit
got
less
choke
towards
points
A.
that can be completely blocked, whereas now you need multiple smokes to clear things. Either way, we are back into the game. Everyone's VPNs are working, and we once again have Counter-Strike on your screens, although technically it never left. We at least have gameplay now. ViCi moving out towards A long where no one will be there to stop them. Some are floating around in bathrooms, but with the MP9, can't really afford to go too far out from that.
Oh, interesting.
Little run boost to get over the angle of any AWP that might be there.
They go towards long A. There hasn't been very much presence for TYLOO in this part of the map. Most of TYLOO's movements have been pretty centralized. Some are caught out completely. MP9 goes down straight away, which puts some pressure on the rotations of TYLOO, in particular Dan King. He's in connector. He can't be sure that no one's flanking him. Obviously, no one is. And ViCi Gaming, after finding that first pick, are just going to group up and hit the small site. They've got a little bit of util to work with. I absolutely love it.
I think Dan King actually heard Jam Young rotating, though, so he's told the B site players, guys, don't go too far. Just let somebody try to keep some eyes on the A site. And you guys hold down the fort at B.
This is all on the counter flashes, to be honest. You know, you've got a little bit of a less aggressive angle from Slowly. There's no Molotovs. They do still have a smoke over there towards the B site, but it really is just down to what's the util for ViCi Gaming? Can they get onto the site without losing any players? Because it's a bit of a retake setup for TYLOO.
Slowly, solid position to take that first contact. Attacker attacking from above, and he's just waiting for Jam Young to go wide again, but it's so hard for Jam Young to win that engagement with a deagle. And Advent now left in this 1-on-3. And look, he's managed to get the pick. He's managed to get his mitts on an AWP. But with 10 seconds remaining, there's no chance in the round. So he's just going to save that one forward and hope that there's a chance in the next. And if you have a look at the economy, yeah, there is a chance to force up a buy here around this AWP. But is it the safest play?
Oh, no.
What?
So ViCi, they had like bunch of smokes and flashes before they headed into that site.
Yep.
Do you see any of them on the screen right now?
No.
Oh.
There was one smoke on Heaven, and Attacker just ran through it, and then he wasn't flashed off any angles, so he's just poked out straight out of the Heaven smoke, just shoots everybody. Slowly he's getting a peek without getting flashed off the line. Just no utility usage coming into that B site from ViCi. Only thing was a Heaven smoke, and that's thrown all the way back from near that T-spawn area, which is like the biggest tell possible, you know? That's like throwing the CT smoke on Inferno, like, I'm coming at you. Look out.
And it's a deep smoke as well, so you can just run through it and have that angle.
Exactly what he did. That's much better flash coverage, dear lord. Unfortunately, Kaze's killed his teammate.
No, he
He's made up for it. That's fine.
That's
He
all right.
punishes
Traded
Dan
him.
King.
Boys, I traded him.
That's the story of Kaze versus Dan King, really, is how many times will Dan King re-peek when Kaze's holding an angle?
Yes.
Yeah, that's right. You're learning, Tim.
I know, thanks. I'm picking it up. Slowly learning that the answer to all questions of how many X will happen with TYLOO involved is yes. The wallbang close, but not quite. Never mind. Slowly was actually further back than it looks like on the X-ray, and he'll be pushing forward to take some short control here. So possibility for a pick, but even so, it's Advent with the SMG. So not the most important one.
I mean, it's been a 4-on-3 for ViCi Gaming, 3 gun rounds in a row.
Again,
the timer is running down very, very low. We've got some players in some disruptive, aggressive positions.
Yeah, look at Attacker here. So far forward. Give somebody complete freedom to sit back in the site. Or get picked by Kaze. There you go.
Nice, much better.
Good pick.
Much better from ViCi.
Well done, and that is going to be them on the board because Slowly's too far away to have impact, and, well, if he keeps this AK alive, then there's nice full buy into the next. Summer, only with $50 in the bank, means that he's going to have a bit of a rough time in the next, but he's got the boys to back him up. Lend a dollar, lend a hand.
Well,
What?
Advent's gotten an AK for himself instead of that UMP, so he's gotten
Upgrades,
a
boys.
dollar, a couple more dollars, $1,500 extra dollars.
Oh, quick maths. Very quick.
Why don't you grab my hand?
What are you talking about?
That's right. I saw it, Mac, and I was equally heartbroken as you are.
I don't know where it's been.
There's not many places to go in the studio.
That's not COVID safe, Mac. You can't just want to shake hands with me. Or hold hands with me.
I have my disinfecting wipes
Can
right
I have
here.
one of those, actually? My hands are a bit saucy.
What have you,
Excuse me?
what have you been up to with those hands, mate? Anyway.
Trying to eat a HSP, mate.
Yeah, Mac, while you're going, I'll have one as well.
You
We'll
want
have a group.
Oh, yeah. Disinfectant wipes for
We'll
all
have
the
a group
boys.
disinfectant session, boys.
Beautiful. Well
Lovely.
done. Nice and safe on the desk here.
Yeah, thank you, sir.
Nice and
Oh,
clean
they
too.
smell great.
Don't they just? You know what else is great? This round from ViCi. Much
Yeah,
better.
this
That's a
is-
hell of an AWP pick.
Well, yeah, this is what should have happened a couple of rounds ago before somebody killed like 3 or 4 people with a Famis.
Very true.
So I want to see more of ViCi, of that from ViCi Gaming. The slower style, yes, it can definitely work for you, and that's a good example of it, you know, paying dividends. But at the same time, TYLOO, they've got a couple of aggressive plays. Oh, the
He's
boost,
found
the
it.
tower boost,
Beautiful.
has found
Boost.
himself a pick. Look at that.
Another
Love
one
a good heaven boost.
bites the dust.
But here's the problem: they're running into all of the CTs now.
That is generally how it works on the T side.
No, but like, there's 2 in con, there's 2 in party.
They are very aggressively
And
posted,
they're not
yes.
rotating at all after losing that pick. They just don't care.
Look at this position from Summer.
They're
They
so
have
determined
no
to fight.
idea he's here. And, oh, Kaze, very fortunate to get away with that one. But so Summer, I guess.
Oh, Orman, is he going to check this? They've got a crossfire here. I don't think he's going to look at either corner. Does find the one and actually going to go untraded. Somebody moves a little bit too late. Will catch him with his pants down. Utility out, though. So at least brings it back. It's in a 3-on-3.
Yeah,
TYLOO have evened it out.
This is one of those messy rounds. At least ZoKing's got control of the B side, but he needs to get the bomb over there at the moment, and somebody's just being a bit of a pest. Molotov will keep him in
Just being
position.
annoying.
ZoKing's gone a little over aggressive and lost his life, but Kaze does actually deal with somebody going up and down the ladder. Now, this is where it's a timing window, right? Got to check the right angles, but when you've got the AWPer on the A site here, DanKing can definitely multi-frag from this position.
Nice smoke. It does allow Dan King to spot Admit getting aggressive in bathrooms, and he's got no fear. Just wide peeks him, smacks him with the AWP on the head, and now it's AWP and AWP action on the A site. Summer still down towards B, so he's not going to be a factor in the round just yet. And oh, look at the deep line
Good
Dan King's
angle.
holding. Kaze might just walk into it. Oh, he clears it, but Dan King is that little bit sharper today. And it's going to be TYLOO with 7 rounds already on Overpass.
It's definitely another round that could have gone the way of ViCi Gaming.
Here it comes. Love the good 4-man boost. Wait, he hit it there?
That's a flick
I
and a half.
thought it would be the heaven peak. No way.
That's
Nuts.
a flick and a half.
That is nuts.
That's just mechanics, dude. That's
Yeah.
just muscle memory. The half scope at that range. You're seeing Sicko do stuff like that a little bit earlier in the Oceanic portion. Up long A on
That's
Dust
dirty.
2. At that range, a half scope,
Mm.
that's just pure muscle memory.
If
No
he
other
was,
way to
I mean,
put
if it
it.
was double scoped, you wouldn't have seen the jump.
Yeah, for sure. Well. Now ViCi Gaming still get another buy to put together with the loss bonus that they do have. Again, another aggressive angle is punished. Again, it's a 1-for-1. ViCi Gaming are still putting themselves in good positions in these rounds, but they're just not getting the rounds on the board. When it boils down to the mid-round, TYLOO has just got the goods.
Is that deep heaven smoke again. The good old, hey, we're coming this way. Full utility through. No flashbangs just yet, or at least none that have cleared slowly, but does get distracted looking towards short and taken down. So there's the entry for ViCi. With a minute to play, they've got a bit more time to work this one out. Smoke's completely shutting the CTs out, so time for them to plant the bomb and establish their post-plant setup. But we've seen TYLOO come back from worse before.
Yeah, I really like those deep smokes towards ABC. I haven't seen them in a while, but worked perfectly. Them paired with the smoke up towards heaven. It was enough to stop TYLOO from even wanting to go for the retake, and they look at their economy and say, well, 3 alive, we have a pretty decent chance in the next round, and it's only 2 that ViCi's found, so how about it? Let's go save.
They were very nice. They also threw mollies that clear out the close B player positions, like towards the pillar and towards right side of Monster, which is not something you see too often, as well as the Heaven and the ABC smokes. So a very nicely pre-planned execute. After they went 1-for-1 as well, and Advent was dead, you know. Usually he's the man throwing a lot of that utility, but everyone on ViCi Gaming knows how to throw that execute without him. You love to see it.
You got to know your roles and everyone else's as well.
Well,
Best way to do it.
most of the time that's not true, unfortunately.
Well, it's nice to know everyone else as well.
It's nice that ViCi Gaming's doing it. Of course, they'd be the ones to do it in Asia for sure. Even TYLOO, I don't think you could ask, you know, old mate to throw someone else's smoke most of the time.
Which one's old mate?
All of them. They're all fraggers.
They're all old
mate.
They are all, on this day, on this glorious day, we are all old mate.
He's me old mate. Yeah, he is.
Well, TYLOO, they're almost out of cash, Mac. So they might have to ask old mate for a bit of a loan.
Good old.
For
old
those who may be watching who are not Australian, old mate is generally used as a filler for literally anybody. Closely followed by your mate.
Someone used to cast with old mate, didn't you?
Yeah. And then occasionally with your mate.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've heard that old mate is usually like a negative thing, but I don't think it's like that, to be honest.
What?
Yeah,
Who told you that?
I saw it on a video.
Must have been a pretty terrible video or someone with pretty terrible social skills. So it's unfortunate for that person that made that video, but we're here and it looks like Summer is going to be hiding his head at the rock at long and hoping for ViCi to fall into the trap. Dan King taking point.
Spam straight through the monster smoke, dude. Wow.
Here comes the contacts. Dan King gets away with one, but Summer does not. So it's an even trade there. But again, ViCi, they're going to have that man advantage from the spam at the smoke earlier on over towards Monster.
Yeah. Just spammed it straight through the monster smoke. That's a feels bad man way to lose a pick. And now ViCi Gaming, man advantage. Go hit that small site. Get an execute rolling. TYLOO's ready for it though. They have 2 on that site. You've got the AWP over towards ABC watching short, but the main thing is he's got 2 flashes. And 2 counter flashes for that player in towards water or in towards barrels can make a whole lot of difference. Attacker can definitely multi-frag and win this round.
Let's see if it's going to be able to pull it off, though, as ViCi work their way in, throwing the flashes and smokes over. I think that one bounced off a teammate. Not ideal. Jamyeon going to jump up and pre-fire Dan King. Very ready for it. There's Attacker, though. Only the one.
Didn't throw any of those flashes. Just held lines and ViCi walked straight up on him.
Yep. Well, 1 versus 3 for somebody now, and Jamyeon will be the first. Manages to find it as he's dropping down. Goes for the AWP. Good grenade. Never mind. Advent just about gets away. So somebody off the back of that going to run away and hold on to that AWP. 3 rounds now for ViCi. Starting to bring it back.
A little bit.
Little bit.
They have at least broken the money of TYLOO, which will allow them to definitely get back into this half a little bit more. Somebody's still trying to make this expensive. Still trying to pick some players falling off of the site. TYLOO, I would probably be expecting maybe Deagles around the AWP or something like that.
Yeah, I'd see it happen. And
But
they're the rounds where TYLOO win as well.
Yeah, I don't know if they can necessarily afford that though, Mac. Like you got a bunch of players on 2K. Next round, like 4 to 4.5K if they save. But definitely not if they have Deagles.
So we were having a discussion earlier, and you told me that Jamyeon was the best player in China all the time.
Yep.
Is that time now?
Yep.
Yep. Okay, beautiful.
I love me some Jamyeon.
I don't know why, but it looks like Dan King's out fragging him, so let's see.
He's got an AWP, it's easier. All you do is point and click it.
Okay. Have I hurt your Jamyeon fanboy feelings?
That's all you do with a USP as well, or an AK. Just point and click.
Yeah, everything. This game's easy.
Well,
this game is easy.
looks like
point
there's
and
gonna
click.
be
It's basically a clicker game.
a lot of pointing and clicking over towards the B site here. 4-man stack into the pit. Oh, boost down to the
I want to
top.
see if that's an angle.
I think
What can he
it
see?
is.
Oh, that's filthy.
Oh, man.
I'm surprised. I've never seen that before. Have you seen that before, Mac?
I have seen it on only on these rounds though, only on pistols. I don't know.
This
like,
reminds me of the...
it's a heavy investment to try and get someone with a rifle on that angle, you know. So
This reminds me of the Astralis thing back in the day where they would all like pray to Dupree. He'd be up on the ledge above them as like
I remember that.
he was their god and the others were all just looking at him.
I'm surprised you remember that.
Yeah, man. I've watched a lot of Counter-Strike in my day, you know.
You got a big memory. Got a big brain memory. Look at them. They're just, they're rolling out.
No.
No.
Okay.
They're going to get ecoed.
Oh,
No,
what's happening?
Stop doing it to the, that's the bomb dropped.
Oh, Advent, can he get the bomb back? Dan King round the corner, might just continue to hunt. The cross comes through, and it's going to be a 1-for-1 as somebody connects with the AWP. It's up to Advent, the man with the plan to try and get back in.
Oh,
but he
Dan
needs to
King's
deal with
so
Dan
annoying.
King. That AWP in the hands of somebody is so far away, and there it is. He finds the first and buys some extra time to get this reload off, but he hears somebody on the rotation and spots that molly coming straight through heaven.
Well, here's this time. The 1v1's apparently 60% of them go the way of somebody.
Oh, and I
Can't
thought
find
he
the
was
door.
thought he was going all the way out. I think he's trying to bait him with the shots there. Beautifully played, straight through the smoke on the bomb plant.
So do you reckon he was baiting with the sound, or do you reckon he couldn't find the door?
No baiting.
Baiting.
Yeah, that's a somebody move.
It is, but that's nowhere near as funny.
Oh, how do they pull that back?
What is this?
Ridiculous.
Go with an orb. Stop
Yeah.
it.
And then
Stop it,
that entry frag from Slowly, just like charging around, destroying
Yeah.
Kaze, just deleted him.
Yeah.
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 The money's still a bit rocky for TYLOO, so you know we'll give them that. But
Who
they
says
do
they're gonna
have
lose, mate?
all of the guns, so
Yeah, they got an orb.
exactly. Your money doesn't matter if you don't lose. That's how it works.
I think so. I think that's what we found out last series, remember?
It's true. It's true. Some are getting a little bit aggressive up towards the fountain, but gets away unscathed. Doesn't find anything for it. Danking is there waiting as well, hoping he'll be given an angle. But ViCi going to go back to that long presence that worked so well for them last time they tried it.
Yeah, it's like a 3-1-1 most of the rounds, to be honest. Although ViCi do switch up what part of the map they put emphasis on, they do often just leave short B and bathrooms to be taken in the late round, which can get you in some trouble. You know, Overpass is one of those maps where on the CT side, you can get aggressive into short B or bathrooms in the mid to late round and win your team around. Still very split up here for ViCi, which is a problem last time for this exact reason. Danking on some aggressive angles, looking to pick some of these T's off before they can get the ball rolling into the bomb site.
Let's see if they can choose the path of least resistance.
This is a B execute in from ViCi to kind of throw TYLOO off. Oh, I swear I saw some grenades flying across the map. Maybe I'm losing my damn mind.
Very possible.
Well, you've seen a molly and a flash towards long in A. They might have heard Jam Young drop off that ledge, which is what could have drawn the rotations out. But even so, ViCi walking straight back into the stack. And Danking's missed that crucial shot. Kaze not going to be expecting Summer in the corner, who's found himself the bomb. Can he refrag a second? Yes, the UMP just not going to be enough. But Orman and Jam Young have some more impact, and it's all up to Orman to try and get this one working. 2 seconds to get the kill and plant, and he has no time and no head to look
Dream
at the
with.
watch. Look at the watch this time. He's done dreaming.
No dreaming.
He's woken up and looking at the watch.
He's
I
looking
just
at
want
the
to
watch.
see this thing
What's
be
the
a
bloody
running thing.
time? Oh, time to die. Damn.
Time to die. He's looking at his watch and in place of the 12, it just says time to die. It just ticks over it like, oh man, that time again? 3rd time this week.
Oh man, ViCi Gaming. They've just run the clock down too much again, man.
That's it. Thank Gaben for respawns. Now, into round 13. Let's see what ViCi can do with just the pistolas. It's going to be a faster approach. Orman trying to beat the nade. Big damage onto Advent. And Summer might just be collapsed on in a moment, but tapping away with the Famis, not committing to a spray, was the perfect answer. 2 kills for him, 1 for Danking. And it's up to Kaze, the man who's a master with the AWP in hand. But this time, he's only got the budget AWP, the Deagle.
Doesn't even have a scope, it's so budget. See if we can get anything done in a 1 versus 5. Maybe some damage. There's the 1. There's a player that was already tagged, but still possible for some more kills for him. Never mind. Attacker plays the corner, plays the shoulder.
Oh,
Gets
money.
the spray as well. 10 rounds now for TYLOO. 3 for ViCi Gaming on their own map pick. It's not been the hottest of starts to the series for them, has it, Pilski?
No, definitely not. This is looking like one of those games of Overpass from earlier on in the year. And I kind of wonder why they went for this map pick. Because, like, yes, they did barely win it last time in that Perfect World tournament. What was that?
Nothing. It's all good.
And nade stack up onto the boost doesn't actually get ViCi a kill, so TYLOO should be well aware that they've got a lot of players over in that part of the map, and TYLOO has pretty good money. They've probably got two buy rounds back to back. I mean, they've got this round and then the next. In for the B execute for ViCi, back to Old Faithful.
Oh, the thing is, they've got no short control, so it's going to be a 1-pronged attack, and they're so sparse. Oh my god,
They're
by
running
one.
in so slow. It's so far.
I feel like I'm watching
spacing.
a game. I've watched this map of Counter-Strike before.
Yeah.
Show me the new one. I saw this a couple of months ago, this exact same map.
It's rough to watch. And it's Advent, last alive, who's made his way to jail. Barrel spotted, slowly pushing up the ramp there. And Dan King will eat him for dinner. So there we are, going into the final round of the half. TYLOO lead by 8 big old rounds. And it's going to be so hard from here for ViCi to even get back into the game.
So it's dinner time.
It
Yeah,
is.
clearly.
What's the time in China right now?
They're 3 hours back, I think.
Okay, so like pretty much Perth.
Yeah, they're the same place. That's
Same
how it
place,
works.
right?
Yeah, same part, same line, same
Same line.
latitude.
Same
Or is it long?
line.
I can't remember which
Latitude's
tube it is.
horizontal, isn't it?
Hey, you fix your attitude, boy.
Oh, man. And this is what I was talking about. The TYLOO players, they all have kills. The ViCi players, some of them have kills.
Yeah, 3 hours back. There you go.
Beautiful.
Did check.
Just like Perth.
Just like Perth. It's the same city. Beijing and Perth, same.
IEM Perth.
IEM Perth. Hell yeah,
Ooh,
dude.
I am Perth when?
Never.
We could go see some quokkas.
Oh, I love quokkas.
They're so cute. They're like little kangaroos.
Aren't they more like wombats?
So
Yeah,
I'm not
it's
sure
like-
that's endearing.
It's like a mix of
A mini kangaroo's just a wallaby, man.
It's like no, but even cuter.
Even
with
cuter.
chubbier cheeks. Anyway, we're not here to talk about quokkas. We're here to talk about TYLOO dominating ViCi and getting my prediction correct, which I'm very happy about. Even though it's very early in the
I'm
series,
not feeling 60% confident with mine.
it's very early days.
Well, you made your bed, Kevin, and you're going to lie in it, mate.
Apparently.
Oh, another slow start to the round for ViCi Gaming. Again, it's the 3-1-1. Looking to try to work this A side of the map. Boost up
Ooh.
does actually work out for Jam Young, the best player in China.
Oh, and it's going to be Zo King swinging wide, using his favourite weapon, the Galil.
Two-man
some work
advantage.
going.
Surely this can't fall apart.
See, the problem is now you've said it. That's the issue
You're
here.
trying. I saw your face. You're trying to curse this, you
What do
bloody
you mean?
caster. Look at you.
Well,
Well,
casters and their curses.
I love that.
I do like the two-man bait setup
I would
here.
bait for you like that, Mac.
oh, that's so nice. That's the nicest thing you've ever said to me. You've been playing lots of Valorant, so I don't know how much I trust you. Anyway, be it as it may, we do have somebody playing here from the map, tapping away, tappity-tap, straight into the head of Zo King. And looking to hold down A all on his own, which he might just be able to do. However, leg spotted as he tried to fade away. Full control of long, though, as we do see ViCi go for the rotation back to B, back where the
23
stack
seconds.
is. And it's the bait set up to attacker, just waiting to make his move. And as you mentioned, Tim, that time is ticking down. There it is, bomb on the ground. So is the chances of ViCi if they can't find slowly, but they do. And it looks like this could be a 4-11 affair. Bomb goes down, Jam Young quite low as somebody. He won the one-on-one before, but can he do it 2 men better?
Going to be a difficult thing for him. Smoked out in heaven. He'll be looking for these players to peek him. Spots out the first. Knows where 2 of them are now, but again, so much work to do. Even though they are a little bit damaged, Jam Young on just 1 HP when the other players tag down as well. It's so much work to isolate those 1v1s, and it won't be doable. So a 4th round for ViCi at the half.
When you see me coming, better run for cover. I survived the pain, I know it made me stronger.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. About to get into the second half between ViCi and TYLOO, who are looking rip-roaring and ready to go as we send it into the second pistol. And what is that thing? Is that what's the thing? They did the zoom in on it before, the little model in front of whoever that was close to the camera.
It's you, Matt.
Well, it's not me. Do we know what it is?
It's thick.
Of course we don't know.
Is it a little chicken?
Is.
I
Why
don't
would
know.
we know what it is?
I don't know. You had eyes.
So do you.
Yeah, but
clearly not helping.
I need help.
We all need help, Mac. That's why we talk about video
there
games.
There we
is.
go. What is it's a
I think it's a chicken. I think you're right.
It's chicken.
Yeah, it is little chicken.
It's
Alright.
chicken.
Thank you, production, for giving us the insight.
It's usually what we eat for dinner.
Usually, of course.
4 chickens. There's a couple of those in the next map. So maybe that'll give ViCi a hand, because they're having a rough time so far on Overpass. This was meant to be their map pick. This was meant to be their redemption series after they won one series off TYLOO. But so far, not so good. More of a return to the norm from earlier this year. TYLOO kind of wiping the floor with them. ViCi couldn't get anything going on that T side. Now onto the CT side. TYLOO going to pick up the pace on their T side. Straight up connector, put pressure on Orman, who's itching for a repeat here.
Manages just the one, but already the flanks come through from Jam Young through the door. So man advantage once again for ViCi, but I feel like we've said this before. TYLOO, though, on their T side this time, regrouping over towards the bathrooms. Got somebody going and checking out long as well. So it does look like it'll be an A hit potentially, but then again, the bomb's still messing around a connector, so who really knows? Long range against USP is rough, though.
Yeah, you got a couple of smokes. A couple of pieces of utility, rather, a smoke and a flash for Summer to work with. So looks like he's going to be throwing it towards jump up and sending in the lads to the bomb site with a flashbang, but there is a lot of CTs on this A side here.
Going to make their way in. Kaze dominating long, solid crossfire established, and it works out beautifully for now. 2 for 1, and that's going to be control of the bomb as well as the site. All players rotated up for ViCi, as Summer has to try to isolate these fights. He's spotted on the edge of the smoke. But look at this group up coming up from ViCi. It works out because Zoking covers the right side perfectly. And there it is, ViCi starting strong in the second half. And this is what they needed to try to get back into the game.
Managed to isolate and collapse on TYLOO in connector to get those opening picks, and then full rotate towards the upper site. Thanks to the info they have from Jam Young, he pushed through Con. Knew they weren't going to go B, or at least not initially. Rotation works out well for them, and they get themselves a 5th, so not out of this one just yet. They'll be buying in here. They've got themselves a couple of rifles, pair of SMGs, and a scout. And for TYLOO's part, they are saving every single penny they have, with the exception of somebody who has a P250, yet it didn't say that anyone spent money. Which is very confusing.
Well, he didn't have the P250 for long, so you're forgiven, Tim. As Orman has now picked up a $600 Edu kill.
Bullying.
They
Birthday
popped
party
all
was
the
just ruined.
balloons.
What?
They popped all the balloons, Mac.
They popped all the happiness out of the server. There's no space for that. We're serious business. IEM Beijing, every round counts.
This would be an epic series, actually, if this was like a LAN or something. It's like the two Chinese teams playing each other for Beijing.
Yeah, that'd be a fun storyline. It's a shame that LANs are like banned for legal reasons right now.
But you know what?
What?
Every why are you looking at me like that? Every competition is IEM Sydney now, because we're always just sitting here, just watching from Sydney.
Oh, like, I found the secret to make Billy laugh, by the way. All you have to do is smile at him and he gets confused.
It's a particular type of smile. It's not just a smile.
It's my smile. Thank you.
Who smiles these days?
Oh!
That's going to give me a bit of a smile, Mac.
Oh, he gives everyone a bit of a smile. Attacker making us
okay.
happy, and he's just running in like a madman. The MP9 creating as much space as possible slowly here. Looking to stop Advent from making his way up there, and it's the two-man stack at truck. But Advent patiently waiting for the rest of the boys. Flank comes through, and TYLOO not going to be coming through with a round, but at least they get the knife, they get the disrespect, and it's ViCi with the round.
And also the bomb plant.
Yeah, the bomb plan helps. Honestly, Attacker running up with the bomb in his hand just reminded me so much of my puppy. Like, just
Does your
whatever
puppy often run up to you with a bomb in its mouth?
just whatever you're doing, just run straight up to you. Hey, what's going on?
What are you guys doing over here? Hey!
I got a bomb. You want to see it?
For those who may not have seen, both of these gorgeous gentlemen on the desk are recent dog parents. They both have puppies. They both came into the studio today talking about how often they've been bitten recently. So,
Yeah.
very
then I
relatable
got
for
a
both of
puppy.
them.
You want to see my battle scars?
You don't want to know how I got these scars.
My dog.
Raising a dog. Jordan, actually, Elfish Guy, also on the recent puppy train. So
Yeah.
a lot of dogs in the
We're
talent
puppy
crew.
trio, dude. Oh, look
The
at this
puppy
aggression.
Can we have a bring your dog to work day?
Oh, and that's another idiot wall for you, Tim.
That is another idiot wall.
Is that an idiot wall?
Yeah.
I didn't know that was
You
called
got,
idiot
you got
wall.
nowhere to go.
I guess so. Either way, slowly has been dealt with pretty quickly. ViCi Gaming, a very aggressive play to kick off that round. Gives them the man advantage. Now they get to chill back. Problem is, Mac, look at the utility difference between these two teams.
Oh, yeah, I can see it. TYLOO has lots of utility, and then over on the blue side, which is ViCi, they don't have much left. They have 5 pieces.
He's learning.
I'm learning.
A
Learning
little
with
players growing up.
Mr. Pilski at the helm of the classroom. Oh, okay.
I like the bait and switch here. Setting up for the M4 to pop out. Doesn't need it though, Kaze hits the shot.
Well, they can't even take bathroom just yet. Soaking on an aggressive angle here, could walk around for the backstab whenever he damn well feels like it. Somebody tries to throw a bit of utility towards B to keep the rotations in place, but no one's fooling Zoking.
Oh, and here's the wraparound, but Summer reacts in time, ready and waiting on the bench. Now just looking at make his way towards the A site. Solo with the bomb, as he does have somebody encroaching up long. But with 20 seconds, it's going to be so hard to crack the defense on the A site. Rotation's already coming through, and Jam Young knows nothing's going on over towards the B site, or posted. Kaze connects, and it's going to be Summer trying to fight back into the round, but it's a little bit too late. ViCi find another as they put 7 on the board.
Looking pretty good on the CT side, but you can't take anything for granted. Even this next round, you know, TYLOO, they've only got like 3.5 across the team. That, to me, spells Deagle Armors, 9 Armors, CC Armors. Those are the kind of rounds where TYLOO wins quite a few of them in this series against ViCi Gaming. It happens all the damn time. That's another bit. It's kind of another defining factor between these two teams. I don't think I see ViCi Gaming win nearly as many of these half buys as TYLOO gets away with the Deagles. Similar to what Kaze was saying in the interview. Sometimes, man, TYLOO, they just buy a bunch of Deagles and they kill you.
Yeah.
Oh. Sometimes they don't.
I actually need a free haircut, and it looks like I'm going over to Jam Young to get one. He's handing them out for free. Need a trim? Mate, he's got you with that fresh fade.
I actually did miss my haircut appointment last week. I was looking after the puppy.
Whoa. It's a travesty. It's alright, you don't look too bad.
Two. Keyword 2. Oh, TYLOO in a 4-on-5 with no real utility to work with.
I'd
See if
give
they
you a
can
hug.
hit some crispy headshots.
I'd give you a handshake.
Oh, too far. Too far, man.
Not
It's not very
COVID safe.
social distancing of
No,
you.
if I was allowed, I'd give you a handshake. And it looks like Zoking might be finding some firm handshakes here with Kaze. Nice setup at long. If he does take this contact, TYLOO on these Deagles, it's going to be the slower approach over the planter. Dan King just edging forward. And Zoking might have just heard the boost as well. Shot misses, and Zoking donates long, finds the bomb, and it's up to Attacker to get any work done. 5 alive for ViCi, and it should be that way at the end of the round 2. It's Attacker.
Nice.
Hit some heads, which he won't.
That's great. Great for the money of ViCi. We're getting pretty close in terms of the scoreline. TYLOO really hasn't gotten anything to speak of going on this tier side, given that they haven't had that many shots at getting across the line in a gun round. So given the benefit of the doubt, they're going to take attack pause, and we'll see what they can come up with.
Certainly a lot better from ViCi on their CT side. Didn't really have too much to show for us in the first half of the map, and we had some concerns. They did pick this map, and they didn't really show us much from it, but they look much more coordinated here. Their setups are a lot better. Their crossfires are set. They're very aware of what map control they do and don't have, and they seem to have a pretty good read on what TYLOO's done so far. Of course, we are only 4 rounds in. It's early days yet, but they're making up the difference. Going to get themselves another full gun round here.
Securing the economy control is half the battle, really, on a lot of these maps, but Overpass is definitely one of them. Need that utility to lock down the B site. AWP is a pretty influential factor, especially when you've got someone like Dan King or Kaze to be wielding it. So I'm keen to see what the approach is going to be for TYLOO here. Does seem like it's going to be most of the lads over towards the B bomb site pretty early on. Some are just holding that A map control. Attacker's ready with the flash to what you would usually use to retake Fountain. He throws it out for Summer to be able to clear out that Fountain area. Make sure that ViCi hasn't pushed up, hasn't gained any additional map control or any info that they shouldn't have. And after ensuring that's the case, does seem like TYLOO ready to try to get into this B bomb site in the mid-round. Who they got over there? ViCi Gaming. They got Advent, he's got a counter flash ready for Jam Young. See, this is much more what you're supposed to do. You know, TYLOO, you were looking at them on the B bomb side, on their CT side. They're just chilling, man. In comes a B hit, though.
Slowly tries to lead the charge, and even though that util was lined up, it doesn't have much influence at all. Summer finds Zoking just standing there in con and wants the second man as well. All of ViCi just being completely torn apart, but Orman finds an almost equalizer. It's back to the 2-on-3 we go as Kaze makes his way back in. But you can see TYLOO setting their sights on short.
Somebody already playing very far away from the bomb site in the back of Monster. Here's the insurance policy here. It's going to be a very difficult one for ViCi to get into. Dan King playing an off angle, hiding around this smoke. If Orman sees his name, spots him somehow, could be a free one. There's the flash through, but it goes too far, and that's free for Dan King. All on Kaze with the AWP. He'll be trying to save. Attacker, though, smells a rat. He's going to try and find the AWP player here, and Kaze might just walk into it, misses this opportunity. Attacker will be going on the hunt, and ViCi, they do have the money, so if they lose the AWP, it's not the worst thing in the world, but you never want to lose something that expensive, and Kaze will be able to hold on to it.
Actually, it's pretty good to get that exit. You're looking at TYLOO's money, still have to build up too much yet after they get that round win. Loss bonus is only at 2 or 3 at this point, so TYLOO definitely haven't secured their economy, whereas ViCi, they hold on to the AWP. They've still had plenty of money in the bank account. And I dare say that a late hit into B might not be that effective. Was good to see the execute out for TYLOO. Taking that tack pause and just getting all their ducks in a row, getting everyone on the same page, worked out beautifully.
Early mollies going both ways there at short, but TYLOO extinguished theirs. Get that short control. So, from here, what do we see? Orman just going for the headshot lineup into the short pipe. Doesn't connect at all. TYLOO managing to dodge it.
Here's the retake on short B, I think.
Oh, okay.
Molotov into there, flash over onto short B, but TYLOO not really aggressing too much, not really making too much noise, and actually that's a lot of utility used from ViCi for very little gain.
Oh, and Jam Young out in the open will be able to fight for his life for now, and that's going to put ViCi in an advantageous situation, but it's where to from here. Dan King almost goes down with the spam through the wall. Orman
Oh.
Doesn't know how close he was to another kill.
That was a very interesting play from ViCi towards that B bomb side. You know, the retake utility on towards that B side into short B. And then after, they had a flashbang and a smoke for back a monster. Pretty much ready. So just clearing out both sides of that B side of the map. Now Kaze under a little bit of pressure, getting pincered from multiple different angles, seeing if he can get away. He actually being hopped through the smoke, just barely survives there. And Zoking, he's ready to bait him in from this side position. Kaze re-aggressing. He knows if he dies, he's creating space for Zoking, and Orman up on the rotate as well. This off angle definitely could work out.
Into the site, go TYLOO. Somebody leading the charge. 20 seconds left and some crucial entries coming through. Summer with his second frag of the round. Orman already here playing this angle, trying to get up a few, or clean up a few kills. Cleans up the low player on Summer, but still a lot of work to be done. 3 versus 3. The flank is coming in from Jamyoung here, and he's going to get a free one. Another player, though, close in bathrooms. He won't know about it, but look at the HP. The T's are so low, but they get it done. Less than 30 HP between them, but they managed to get the win. 13-8 now for TYLOO.
They just hit both of the headshots, man. Very winnable round for ViCi, to be honest. That is a filthy peak from Summer. And he even cleans up Zoking as well. That was another point where the round could have tipped. Zoking was shooting at Summer when he wasn't even bloody looking at him. But couldn't convert that frag. Now ViCi Gaming, they're going to have to take a save. That'll allow TYLOO to go up to 14-8, build up that money a little bit more. That's where TYLOO can get a little bit more dangerous because, you know, as if a team that was a little bit more aggressively minded needed any more freedom to just go for those kind of plays. You've got less to lose when you're ahead, when you've got economy control. You can get things a little bit looser.
There's a tag from Kaze with the scout, 2 of them in fact, so some damage done. And of course, when the rest of your teammates are on the pistols, every tag that you can get makes it easier to get the kill, and you'll finish up the one onto slowly as well.
Not an unwinnable round, to be honest. A lot of firepower on ViCi. They've invested a fair bit into this round. Some deegs, quite a bit of utility in towards this late round. The scout as well, obviously putting in good work already. But plenty more angles for Kaze to work with as he continues to jump spot.
Ooh. Looking for as much damage as possible, but unfortunately doesn't connect on those 2 repeats. Somebody starts to rotate away from that B site for now, as it looks like TYLOO might just go straight up the guts. Flash over towards Sandwich, and they can clear the front side of bathrooms. Or do they send it over into Con? Looks like you might see the big old rotation back to B.
Yeah, there's no util left on B anymore. They've just used their last smoke on Monster with 30 seconds on the clock, which could work out actually. Jamyoung still holding that smoke. TYLOO really running the clock down, not making too much noise. Just smoked into heaven. Now Molotov into water and some flashes over, but you can't just run through the smoke. Now Jamyoung's got an AK.
Oh yeah, that flash as well didn't do them any favors, and through the smoke they try to come, but Jamyoung and Advent fighting double over towards Monster, just way too strong, and somebody not going to be able to get any work done at the end. Maybe a kill or 2, no. Okay, 5 alive at the end for ViCi, who all get free upgrades, and everything's a-okay in the ViCi camp.
Explain,
Not
Kim.
an unwinnable round, he says.
Explain.
Well, see, if you wait until there's 25 seconds left and then run through a smoke in
Smoke
very
in the
short
choke.
range.
Smoke in the choke. Smoke in the choke. It's just like Inferno,
There is nobody
man.
in the studio to chant with you, unfortunately.
Smoke in the choke.
All right,
Why
smoke
we-
must,
in
fair
This is
enough.
why
choke.
we need Lance. That will
Smoke
definitely
in the
catch
choke.
on.
Yeah, true, 100%.
Every time, yeah.
If we've learned anything from IEM Sydney, it's that Australians will chant anything.
Literally anything when
They
you give them
just-
enough beer.
Pour
TYLOO.
one out for IEM Sydney. IEM Melbourne, rather.
Just IEM in general. Just lands.
This is an IEM.
It certainly is.
Well, TYLOO's one is cooked. They've rubbed their last couple of dollars together, and it hasn't really given them too fantastic of a buy, to be honest, whereas ViCi really looking on the front foot. About 3+ K on most of their players here. So even if they lose this round, they can still put together another buy. TYLOO trying to go late in towards this B site, most likely. But first, clearing out A little bit, clearing out connector, putting a little bit more presence and pressure on the map to keep ViCi's rotations honest. Summer, I love that. He Molotovs out tree and flashes over the line and then peeks along with a Mac 10. It's like, what are you going to do, mate? What are you going to do
He's
exactly?
going to intimidate them to death.
That's like the little brother approach, where he's just squaring you up. It's like, come on, mate, you're like 7 years old.
Was that you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm the little brother. How did you know?
Caress, little brother.
I'm your little brother, remember?
It's true, yeah, you are.
Well,
He's doing it again. He's still
Yeah.
peeking long with the Mac-10.
just getting info, just putting pressure on.
Once
Now-
again, TYLOO have run this clock down low. 25 seconds
Yeah,
left.
it's the boost retake approach from ViCi, actually. This could work out pretty well.
Nice position, but they're going to be spotted as they try to make their way in. It's Orman doing the heavy lifting. 2 kills already. Another one found by Jam Young, and that's going to be the bomb down on the cross. Dan King has no time to make this one work, so he's just going to fight for his life and stand there at the pylon. But it's not going to be enough, as we do see ViCi send it to double digits and take us to just 3 in the deficit over TYLOO, who's having a bit of a rough time in the second half.
Yeah, they
had util, didn't they?
Nah, they didn't have too much.
Look at all those smokes.
Yeah, a couple, but they used some of them, remember? There's the smoke on heaven.
Okay, fair enough. I saw
There's
somebody
the-
die
They
with
used
one.
everything, pretty much. Somebody died with smoke and a flash. But that's somebody, man.
Who?
Ha ha ha. Everyone ha-has in the chat.
Keck
By the
W!
way, Orman's in some fantastic form
Mhm.
lately. And he's continuing it here once again. You know, sometimes Orman used to be a bit of a liability for ViCi Gaming. But lately he's been playing pretty good, Mac.
Is he?
Yeah.
What is this casting power stance you've got going on?
He has. He really has. Been playing great.
Oh, it's so easy to break. Pilski. It's so fun too.
I've had a bit of a rough day, Mac, you know?
I've had a rough week. All right, I'm just happy to be here with
Had
the
a rough-
boys.
Yeah, I've had a rough year.
Well, I've had a rough
I've had a
decade.
rough life, boys.
We
the
say
half
as
by
we're
man.
casting Counter
Video
Strike.
games, yes,
Yeah.
exactly.
Oh, he's not on his screen.
Ah, look,
He's not on
have
his
to
screen.
we have to shut up because Kaze's had a bit of a rough round. Now it's Advent trying to chime in as well, making it back to the 4 and 4 for now. But up on side, he's going to be solo,
Oh,
but he
no.
loses his head slowly, just running straight in with the deagle, no fear at all.
Still turn it around. So King in on the flank is actually picking up a couple of kills and doesn't get punished on the AWP line there by Summer. Still a couple of people to pick off here for ViCi as they try to complete what I would say is a retake. TYLOO just barely had some control of that A site. Now it's all on Summer to try 1-on-3 with the AWP.
Someone's fighting the entire map, trying desperately to find who's actually challenging him. He's wound up swapping places with the CT players at this point. So King's in front of him now. With the AWP, it's certainly not impossible if he can isolate a few of these angles 1v1, but I'm not sure I like his chances. 45 seconds left, no utility to work with, no bomb.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know really what he's going to try and get away with. Maybe try to pick 1 or 2 players off to keep this expensive for ViCi, to be honest. But it seems like he's happy to just save the AWP. Bit of parkour from him, jumping off the dumpsters, zooming around the place.
Did he do a 360?
Not yet.
Ooh, hopefully he has one for us. What's that skin, by the way? I don't think I've ever seen it.
I don't know, dude. I stopped following skins
Golden
so
Leaf.
long ago. Is it?
Is that what it is?
Just making up names.
Yeah,
Ooh.
okay.
By the way, when was the last time that you were in a sand pit?
When was I last in a sand pit?
Probably about
Dude, I
19 years ago.
You know what? I was looking at those
20
sand
years ago?
pits in that like little slide area, and I was
Ah.
thinking it wouldn't be too bad to be in a sand pit right now.
Yeah, I used to make little pyramids in the sand pit with my little toy trucks, and I'd dig little tunnels through the mountain. I still vividly remember doing that when I was like 4 years old. Okay, that's a weird memory. Thanks, Pilski.
I remember hanging
Pretty
off,
proud
a,
of that too, man. You're all good.
hanging off a slide and crying, thinking I was going to die.
No, what is this gravity thing? It's got a hold of my legs.
I didn't sign up for this.
Oh, okay. Well, it is going to be a faster approach to short for Slowly, who's made a whole world of noise to try to bait out that utility. And again, ViCi throwing that same set to try to retake short, but not going with it.
Yeah, and they've again thrown that flash and the smoke toward Monster, so burning a lot of util, but Advent's still got a full belt of util there for ViCi Gaming as we head in towards some mid-ish kind of round. TYLOO have got that short control, like you said. Nothing was really working for them except for that B execute earlier. This time they secure that short B control. Somebody's copped a whole bunch of spam from Allman. The man's been putting in so much work with that silence M4 straight through the wall. Here's the cheeky boost.
Oh,
Slide over a bit more. Come on, attacker. Just a little bit more to the left. Oh, he cops the think as well. Allman just putting in so much work, man.
Hands on it.
oh, I just couldn't spot him with the jump peek there. And who was that as well? It was, I think it was Jam Young, very lucky to be
That
alive
was
for as long as he
straight through
was.
the smoke.
Righto.
That was straight through the smoke.
Okay.
Dan King.
How good are the new kill feed icons, by the way? I know they're not really new anymore, but very useful.
You were.
I love how Dan King ran back down there to just put one more through the smoke.
Yeah. I mean, in the
Another
context
one.
of CS updates, they're new, right? That was probably last patch, wasn't it?
You miss every shot you don't take. Remember that. All right.
Remember that, Tim. Progression spoke straight up long from Summer. This time he's got an AK, so he's a bit more threatening when he's putting pressure on. And Kaze's been left to play retake on the A-bomb site, as with 13 seconds
Oh
left
my
to
God,
go, they're going to
TYLOO.
run into the site.
They're running the
Kaze.
bomb down so much.
Oh, the
The
smoke.
smoke gets there just in time, and they're going to get the bomb down with 5 seconds to go. If there was just one rifler on truck, Mac.
If there was just one, but there was not this time. Zoking, however, comes in before it's too late. Kaze actually finds that first one with a bit of a wall bang straight from behind him. Now, they're going to try to create space. Nade in the perfect position, and that's going to start the blow-up attacker, who's finished off by Kaze again. So it's not too late, but still, TYLOO have a chance in the round slowly. Playing close with full HP, somebody a little bit further away, but one bullet should secure the kill onto him as well. On the bomb they go. Kaze with the cover, and now somebody may have just... Yep, not even gone for the round. Just didn't peek. Might not have been relayed that the bomb was being defused. That, or he was just like, boys, I'm 4 HP. Realistically,
not gonna
saving
happen.
is the best play right now.
Yeah, right.
And they said, who? Somebody's moldy.
Hilarious. Man, this is like battle of who has the worst T side.
Somebody.
It's yeah, it's been a bit rough, shall we say?
Yep. Shall.
Well, you know, historically, Overpass, a very CT-sided map because it has those faster rotations, and if you have your rotations on point, you can have a strong CT side, and that's exactly what we're seeing today, boys.
Well, one-man advantage for TYLOO. Now you can definitely turn around their fortunes. Here's this short B retake utility once again. Allman getting ready to send old mate Advent. Send him. There's the smoke to back a monster. Are they going to go for the boost? Okay, this is cute. They're throwing a bunch of util to try to get someone to hold for the push, and then they punish the hold.
Nice.
That's beautiful. That's actually big brain from ViCi Gaming. Allman finds yet another pick with that Silence M4. Now TYLOO starting to go into bathrooms. Kaze on a bit of an off angle here. Could start to multi-frag if TYLOO gives him the opportunity, and he's untraded.
50 seconds as TYLOO get close to this bomb site. They do start to deal with Kaze, but they're not leaving it quite so late in the round. This time they peek
There's the
straight
bomb.
into him, and there's the bomb. Going to drop a smoke to cover himself as well, and not even going to get out. He's going to stay here and go for this again. Just going to walk straight through the smoke. Has Allman holding his back on the site, and Kaze living the dream around this smoke, somehow still making this work. They managed to retrieve the bomb for attacker, but he's on half health. Summer needs to make this one work, and they're already looking for him there. The off angle works out as ViCi keep 4 players alive and tie up the scoreline 13 all.
Well, there you go, Kaze with a whole lot of trust in his teammates to cover him from the opposite side of that smoke and make sure that TYLOO don't go for the crazy old smoke bust on him. But even so, finds himself 3 kills in the round, and that's a solid round to get the confidence back. Now we are all tied up, 13 rounds each. And ViCi, it looked like they might have lost it in the first half, but they're straight back here in the second.
Surprised TYLOO was saving here, to be honest. I guess they want the AWP and the full utility. But yeah, this is definitely... I thought they had more than enough money to be able to go for a buy here, but instead they're going to go for the pistols and armor. Just walk up connector. Oh my god,
the
Allman
nade.
is so good right now.
Playing really, really well, being so annoying. Just getting tagged through walls all the time.
Smoke towards Monster. And TYLOO going to be picked apart again. No one close enough for the trade, although slowly he's trying to close the distance. He's been great at entering over towards the A site with those deagles, but this time it's Summer to trade him out. It's Summer and somebody making their way forward. But somebody so far away with that bomb. Summer can't hold down the fort at the site. And it looks like Zoking may just find the final man if he continues watching this direction, but he won't. He jumps into the cutout. Playing on a bit of an off position, and somebody should fall pretty quickly here. 67 HP, 3 bullets, and he's done. ViCi take the lead, 14-13.
Who?
You guys both suck.
Well, Digalama couldn't get it done there for TYLOO. Again, Orman is just finding the perfect timing. He's playing this position so well. So many different angles, you know, blowing up the door, spamming away, playing from heaven. He's got a whole bag of tricks, and they just never stop coming. And ViCi Gaming take the lead. 11-4 they were down at the half. And 10 rounds on top of their last half will put them in the pole position to try to secure this game.
Well, slowly decides to float in the corner. Check out that cinder block and hide his
going.
little feet.
Look how fast he's going. Look at the speed on this man.
Oh. Really,
Right, just going to go dry straight into B.
yeah, picking up the momentum, and as you said, just completely dry all the way through. So many people with util in hand. What's he looking at? Advent standing in the open and slowly goes down. Attacker tries to swing through, but he's only good for the one as Advent trades it. And now TYLOO need to fight their way back in, but they've already rotated everyone down. 4 men here on the B site. They know that TYLOO are trying to force their hand, but somebody just can barely spot Advent through the edge of the smoke. Jamyoung still trying to fight here, no supportive utility, as it's all been dumped by ViCi, and somehow TYLOO just worked the timing to find 2 picks.
Still 45 seconds to play, so they've got some time to make this work. 3 versus 2 now. They bring it back in their favor. Zoking's going to sneak on in. He'll hit his bomb plant, and nobody... Oh, there we go. Somebody, Summer, in fact, is protecting the bomb plant. Only just... There we go. It's Dan King to find it. That's a round that TYLOO pull out of nowhere, but they managed to bring it back.
What happened? What happened that round?
It looked like Slowly said, flash me out, and then TYLOO said, hey.
I think Slowly just expected to die.
Yeah, I think he gave up about 5 seconds prior.
He's like, why am I alive? I see Advent looking at me, but why am I not shooting him? It's because it's time for dead.
He looked at his watch again.
Time to die.
Okay, evened it up, 14-14, this game on a knife's edge. It should be going the way of ViCi Gaming. If CT versus T side round win stats are anything to go by in this game so far. But we will see. Zoking going to play in connector by himself. Again, Orman is just spamming away, getting ready to flash Advent out of short B, find some info potentially. And Advent just goes for the dry push. He's so confident. There's the flashbang onto the line. Zoking in connector does find the bomb. You know, it's only a 1-for-1 though.
Attack decides to just flick around. Clearing everything he can in con, spotting Jamyoung back into the corner, knows that he's going to be locked in. Not going to be sharp enough to hit that one. As Jamyoung crossed to safety, but they don't know that Advent's here on the railing. I think his feet are just barely hidden from the short pipe.
Yeah, 2 players on the extremity here for TYLOO could be the
somebody.
difference makers. It's somebody in Summer. Somebody does go down to Advent. They expected short B to be vacated. Unfortunately, it wasn't. Now TYLOO with the man disadvantage still haven't taken that short B control back, and I think Advent's just been left to die, basically. Smoke comes out from Jamyoung to try and help him out. He does get a bit of damage into Attacker and some info. Bomb has been spotted, and Jamyoung now dumping utility, trying to keep himself safe.
Kaze finds a pick towards the top of the map, getting that one in the bathrooms. 30 seconds left for this 2 versus 3. Attacker on 34 HP. Trying to go into this bomb site, being flashed out by ViCi, and there's Jamyoung holding that angle. It's all on Dan King now with the AWP, trying to prevent match point, but with 20 seconds left, he's not going to be doing it. He'll be leaving. Could have maybe had a chance for the pick there, but I don't think he's going to get it. 10 seconds left. Maybe he gets that kill for free. There it is. Surely not too much more, though, and ViCi, after being down 11-4, are going to put themselves on map point.
All the way to the end of regulation. A pretty reoccurring situation in this matchup.
Yeah, same thing the last series. Just 16, 14s and overtimes every which way.
Well, maybe today's the day that Jordan and yourself, Kev, are correct in your predictions.
Maybe. I was 60% confident in mine, so I'm really feeling it, you know?
Of course, of course.
Feeling it deep in my pockets.
How is 60% really feeling it?
Yeah, I was 60%. Like, I feel like I've nailed it.
I feel like, yeah, look, to be honest, I can kind of like relate to that because I feel like most days I'm at 60% and that's like a good day. So either way, TYLOO, they're going to try to be sending into the B. That's a cheeky boost to be going for in a round like this, but it doesn't give anything to ViCi Gaming other than info, which is always valuable. Zoking's going to get on that aggressive line, and now a lot of players over here towards this B side of the map for both teams.
That could have been a free pick if Dan King stayed in his scope even half a second longer, but somebody who will open it up, getting rid of Orman.
Jump spot,
Finally, it must have been the jump spot.
Yeah, that's not a good pick to be losing at about a minute into the round. You don't want to be getting headshot off the jump spot angle like that. Zoking attempted to be mollied out of position by Summer.
Oh, but as this is all happening, you've got the retake into short. ViCi with the two-man set up, and somebody is ready for it. Nice little spray transfer, and this could just be overtime secured. It certainly is the B site for now as Kaze rotates in, but he's going to have to go big if ViCi want to close it out here and now.
That's
2 versus 4.
just a somebody round, man. Just the spray transfer, ridiculousness, attempting the retake, but surely that off angle is more than good enough to get rid of Zoking. It's all on Kaze. Don't think he can get it done with the ult.
Flashed out as well. It's not looking too good for him. 1 versus 4. That bomb already about a quarter of the way through. Nothing he can do here. They know where he's coming from. It'll be Attacker to close it. Into overtime we go, boys.
And it's going to be exciting. Ladies and gents, go get yourselves a drink because we are not done yet with map 1 of the series.
Can't take it back. I know what I want, but it seems so damn far away. I know I sound crazy to the ones who said oh. I know I empower those who dream like me. I know I sound crazy to the ones who said oh. I know I empower those who dream like me. And you say you wanna be somebody. You got a voice, then you better use it. Tell yourself day after day it's time to prove it. No days off, keep the hustle moving. Wanna see you be what you want it to be, prove it. I know I sound crazy to the ones who said oh. I know I empower those who dream like me. I know I sound crazy to the ones who said oh. I know I empower those who dream like me. And you say you wanna be somebody. And you say you wanna be somebody. And you say you wanna be somebody.
You call my bluff for the last time. This ain't a song, it's a battle cry. No life. I see the clue between between the strobe lights. I'm haunted, black face, hey, follow me around, okay, black face, hey, follow me around, okay, used to want it bad, used to want it bad, but I can't.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Before we get into overtime, I do have an announcement. If you have seen a black phone somewhere around the Parramatta region, it's actually Pilski Cast. So I don't know how many people from Parramatta are watching, but if you can find it, please hand it back to me and I'll give it to Pilski, I swear.
I was waiting for you to bring that up on broadcast. But Mac,
Yes?
this game of Counter-Strike going on.
There is, and it's very important too, because TYLOO have managed to take us into overtime. ViCi could have won it in regulation, but it was very hard for Kaze in a 1-on-4. And now they've got even Stevens chances, 16k each, 3 rounds per half of overtime.
Yeah, 3-1-1 for TYLOO. Bit more spread out, looking for that bathroom or long A control at some point in the round. Interesting to note that Summer was actually the player who was over towards long A last time. This time he's the man working connector, and he does go down 1 for 1. So ViCi, having cleared out that part of the site, or that part of the map rather. Meanwhile, TYLOO, like I said before, going for that long control, can wrap back through bathroom. And we'll see what they go to do from there. In the meanwhile, somebody has gone back for that connector control. We'll just work to clear out that. In the meanwhile, ViCi, they've gone for the boost over towards B. Just playing retake on that site and leaning heavily on Kaze to try to hold down this A site, go for some picks.
Slow regression through inner bathrooms, and the same can be said for Kaze too. Mollied off the line though, so stopped in the moment. TYLOO waiting right around the corner, but Kaze, he's not going to be stopped. Well, he will be slowly. Runs straight into his line and then through the man himself.
Orman on the site here with the orb. 13 seconds left as he starts to get the frags here. The bomb's down as well. TYLOO have left it so late again. That's like, what, 5 rounds on their T side they've lost because they didn't move until 15 seconds when they start going to the bomb side. They lose 1 player and that's it. There's no time. They do get at least the 1 frag after time, maybe 1 more. They need to stay alive here. But, goodness me. TYLOO, they're leaving it a bit late.
I just don't understand, to be honest. Don't get it. They just, you know, had so many opportunities, so much control of different parts of the map. It's like, at some points, it's almost like only one person or one part of the map is moving at a time for TYLOO. That last round, it was kind of like one player towards Con. Now the push in for Zoking, similar to what we saw in regulation, actually. Seems to be a kind of play that ViCi like to go for, but only ends up being a 1 for 1, and this is where things start to get sticky as you see the walk straight out of Monster.
Oh, okay, so bit of aggression countered by some aggression on the other side of the map. Advent not ready for the swing up bridge, and Attacker is crossing it with little to no resistance. 14 HP as he takes full control of ABC. And ViCi try to rotate in, but they're already 2 men down. However, look at the Harry Potters there on TYLOO. Not much HP remaining at all.
Indeed, there isn't. 2 players up for ViCi, though, against the 4 of TYLOO, regardless of the amount of Harry Potters they may or may not have. Kaze here with the AWP has to try and find some very close range shots, and he will get the first one, a headshot onto Attacker, so he opens the account, but already that bomb timer more than half gone. It's going to have to be pretty quick here from ViCi. In they go. Orman jumps straight out of heaven. Kaze swaps to the AK-47, but slowly is already here getting the job done. Kaze another but pulls out the knife, and that'll be TYLOO tying it back up. 16 rounds apiece, and more importantly, that's a T-side win, and those have been so rare and valuable in this Overpass game.
Yeah. Even more so in OT, you only got so many to have access to. So if they can go 2-1 on this half of OT, it's pretty likely TYLOO can try to close this game out. Let's see if they're able to do it. Even had their chances last round, you might say, but couldn't convert. let that clock round down a little bit too much. Quick smokes onto Divider and the front of Bathroom for TYLOO, but they're not really using them at this point in the round. Instead, seems like they're waiting outside Monster, only now starting to go towards that A side of the map, flash on that Divider line. There's a boost over the smoke, which gives Kaze a freebie. That's really nicely played for ViCi Gaming. Gives them the man advantage. Kaze's really warmed up towards this CT side of this game, that's for sure.
Will they clear Jamio? Ooh, Dan King, he takes a lot of damage, but does actually get it done. His teammates are here to keep him alive. Advent looks to force the issue straight towards short, and somebody has no idea, caught with his pants down and the smoke out. Slowly has made it onto the side, moving around the pillar, but he's losing teammates left and right. Manages to, though, somehow still fighting this, but will go down, and it's all onto Dan King with 2 HP and 2 players to find. 55 seconds to do it with, sneaking his way out. Surely that AWP scope's been heard.
Yeah, 100%, and it looks like that's the number they needed. Dan King not even going to see his prey this time, and look at that. It is going to be 17-16 at the first half of OT. ViCi finally leading again, but can they close it out as they do move onto that T side? It's going to be hard because their T side was quite lackluster, but as was TYLOO's.
I feel like there was plenty of missed opportunities on that ViCi T side, and it might have been a question of momentum. Maybe if they built up a little bit more confidence, they can have a bit more success on that T side this time around. We will see. But I will agree with you, Mac. Both teams a little bit more lackluster on the T side. Here is a similar sort of thing from TYLOO that you saw from ViCi Gaming, but Summer doesn't get anything done there, just gets smacked out of the server. But similar to Regulation, Dan King, absolutely money on the board, but just re-aggresses.
No way you check that.
Even the pre-fire.
Oh my god. Dan King is insane, and he's here to win. Man advantage for TYLOO now. Somebody looking to control connector, as he does just play from the shelves. Dan King still just hanging around, but he does fall back and question whether anything's happening over towards the long side of A. ViCi, very thorough approach. Let's see if Orman can find the timing onto somebody who has to worry about the top of con as well. And somebody will come out the victor.
Just 19 HP left, though, so he pays a fair price for it, but doesn't go down. Able to retain and build upon the advantage for TYLOO here. 4 players to 2. 40 seconds for ViCi to figure this one out. They do still have bomb, haven't lost that anywhere, but short on allies. A lot of utility to work with and a decent amount of time as they head towards the A-bomb side. It's Dan King who's the one holding this. The rest of TYLOO either on B or in connector. So the flank will be there relatively quickly, but it's still going to be Dan King who has to either take the initial contact or at bare minimum just stay alive here. 20 seconds though, ViCi really burning down the clock. Still haven't moved on to this bomb site. Still trying to hard clear every single angle, and at some point very soon, they're just going to need to go for it. There's the Molotov out. They will go for this bomb plant now. There'll be nothing that Dan King can do to stop it, but he'll be calling it out. His teammate's already on the way.
Oh, look at somebody is already. Big flank coming through, about to find contact. Kaze. Oh, he's missed that one. Somebody lucky to be alive, but so is Kaze. And it's going to be the 2-man setup from long. This is hard to play from. Somebody finds the first and expects Kaze to be there as well, because he did hear that AWP shot, and he just has to hold and wait and make sure that he's got all the attention in the world. Attacker swings at the perfect moment, and we do see TYLOO even the odds, 17 rounds each.
Good start to OT. Securing that CT side round win didn't start well for TYLOO, but Dan King's definitely the man who started to turn it around, as well as somebody doing good work in connector.
Damn.
And then on the flank towards the end of the round, ViCi take a timeout. Trying to work out what's going to go right for them on this T side.
Is that the first tactical?
Access.
I think that's the first tactical of the game, right?
So they have 1 of 4 left, so they've used 2 already.
No, there's been plenty of attacks.
Is there?
Yep.
Oh, time flies when you're having fun, doesn't it?
Yeah, this is their third. I think TYLOO will taking a couple as well. So, TYLOO, their CT half earlier was very, very good. They went 11-4. If they can win both the remaining 2 rounds here, they can take out this game. Other options are, of course, they lose both, or we go to overtime number 2. Pilski, gut reaction.
OT.
Win either way or OT2?
OT.
All right, cool. It's not the answer I was looking for, but it's the answer I'll accept. I think it's actually, yeah, look, you're not wrong. It's probably pretty likely at this point that we will just have unending overpass here.
Whoever wins 2 T-side rounds wins this game.
let's see if that's going to be ViCi or if TYLOO can just hold down the defense and take us over to the next map. But for now, it is going to be ViCi looking to split into B short. Molly's into con to just clear that one out. Orman waiting for the boys to be ready, knocking at the door. Knock, knock, who's there?
Somebody.
Who?
No, somebody's on the CT side.
Hilarious jokes. ViCi, they clear out that connector control. Now a smoke onto bathroom and a molly into party. Maybe a flash onto divider. Never mind. There is no flash ready for divider. It's actually Jam Young with that ult on the T side, interestingly enough. And seems like ViCi trying to flash slowly. Should have been a pick there for Kaze, but wasn't secured. 2 picks down for ViCi Gaming, and this round kind of falling apart for them.
No! Oh my goodness, Orman, dude.
He peeked him with an
Oh
empty,
my
empty
God.
clip. Really not ideal. Actually, ViCi's starting to turn this one around a little bit. Still not into the bomb site just yet. Now the smoke onto heaven.
Danking on the bomb site with a lot to do. They're peeking over this smoke. Has to be careful here that he hasn't been spotted. I'm amazed he hasn't been already. Can't connect that shot. Is spotted on the jump away, but won't be punished for it just yet. Still though, ViCi getting very, very close to B. But again, 20 seconds left. They're having a similar problem to TYLOO, but Jam Young's going to get it done with the AWP. What is that? 2 entries, quick as you like.
This man's a rifler.
Goodness me, that makes it a 1 versus 3 here for Summer, or else ViCi on their T side of all things are going to grab themselves map point.
Oh, let's see if Summer can get back in here. It's going to be so hard. 49 HP, a dream. And maybe he can isolate these fights. However, the T's, they're just going to be swinging on him. Perfect shot from Advent holding that over towards default. And ViCi take us to map point. But can they do it on the T side?
Look at this.
Definitely not around who
Look
would
at
expect
this.
them to win.
Oh,
That's
Jam Young.
really nice.
Why is Kaze open? Give Jam Young a shot,
Just
At
let
the
him do
title.
everything. He's the best player.
according to Pilski.
Absolutely.
Best player in China
All the time.
all the time.
Well then, TYLOO need 1 round here on their CT side to equalize things and take us into overtime number 2, Electric Boogaloo. Alternatively, it'll be ViCi grabbing themselves the win and forcing us on to map number 2. Additionally, Electric Boogaloo, it's Jam Young to open it up because of course it is this time back on that AK-47. No more AWPing shenanigans here. And ViCi with a very, very early man advantage in what could be the final round of Overpass here. Just let's remember this was their first half was 4-11.
They still smoke the front of bathroom as they group up towards B with 1 in connector, Danking, just prodding around that bathroom smoke. And it's definitely kept them honest in terms of the rotations. 2 players in bathroom right now. Now the run throws smoke into heaven as they try to come into this B site. And it's more great entries for ViCi Gaming, who put themselves into a 5-on-3 or a 5-on-4 as Zoking goes down to the molly.
Okay, fast rotation from TYLOO, but somebody, again, is just going to be completely locked out of sight. Bomb planted there at default, and ViCi in some solid damn post plants. But TYLOO, they're going to be fighting their way in. Molotov as well for Danking, as well as that smoke, which is going to be sent over towards short, just looking to lock out any of the players that have gone there in the post plant. Spam through the wall. They know 1 player's in that position. Kaze as well has managed to thread the needle onto somebody. Attacker edging forward. Danking can't connect, and ViCi take map 1 of the series.